Hello. Hello. Welcome to the end of the year, the final webcast show of Bullcast, the final episode for this semester. So, first of all, you're probably wondering, who are these people? This guy, I'm wearing obviously this funny little hat here, but I have to be in the spirit of USF St. Pete, go Bulls. So just to introduce myself, my name is Christopher Campbell. I am one of the faculty advisors for the show. So what my role is to basically help all the students, help everybody to really kind of learn all the equipment. But the important thing is that we're really letting the students learn the equipment through trial and error. So before I introduce my colleague here, I just wanted to say a few things. First of all, I think both of us have talked about this, is this show has far exceeded our expectations. I am very, very proud of everybody. Everybody has been doing a phenomenal job, and I'm really, really very proud of all the students and the work they put in. They really have put in a lot of work. I have basically just been able to sit back and let them do it. So I just wanted to say that. And I really hope, and I'm really looking forward to where the show will go on and where it will go and the future for it. And also, now what we're going to do is I'm going to take it over to Casey and Dr. Frechette in just a moment, but then after that we'll have everyone on the show will come up and do a little quick interview.
Carousel of faces.
Carousel of faces, so to speak. Yes, indeed. So, anyways, so that's my 2 cents. So, I have here Dr. Casey Frechette, the esteemed Dr. Casey Frechette.
Good evening.
The Department Chair of the Journalism and Digital Communications Department at University of South Florida, St. Petersburg. So, Dr. Frechette, what are your thoughts?
Well, Professor Campbell, Chris, my colleague and friend, thank you so much for the invitation to come on the show for a couple of minutes here today. I want to really echo your sentiments. And, you and I have been talking about doing something like the Bullcast for some time.
Yeah, we started off a long time ago with
in this very room. Slightly different configuration.
There used to be a bike behind the back. I think the bike is out there. In fact.
I believe so, but the set has undergone some upgrades along the way. But, we always kind of envisioned that this could be a really good learning laboratory for students, and that we always wanted the show to be a real student production. And this semester, we finally made it happen, and we kind of launched with, I think, some high hopes, but you're exactly right that the way things turned out, it even went beyond what we could have hoped for with the show. And I think that, a huge part of that is we just got a terrific group of students who jumped into the experience and worked in a really collaborative way together, in a really positive and constructive way, and in a way where they were just open to learning. And I know that students have kind of rotated duties and responsibilities. That's been terrific. And, Chris, you mentioned that you've been able to kind of just, take a step back, but I think the truth is that you've really been instrumental to making this work, and your coaching and your training with the students has made this all possible. So it's really the mark of a great educator when you actually can step away and you see that people are really doing well because you gave them the tools to do that. So thank you for
that's very, 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 very nice of you. But I really wouldn't have been able to do it with all the work and the fine students that we have. They've really done a phenomenal job.
We really lucked out this semester.
Really did.
So
really
thank
did.
you all for all of your efforts, because if you do a 30-minute show, anybody who's done this kind of production knows that's the tip of the iceberg. It takes many, many hours to get to 20 or 30 minutes of content, and the students have really been dedicated to that effort. And Autumn has been a tremendous leader in the effort and has really taken the premise and made it tangible and made it real. So we're
absolutely, and we are going to meet, but we're going to meet all of the guests. We're going to meet all of the students who are part of the show now.
This is going to be like,
it's going to be like we really want everybody to be able to see everybody. So, thank you so much for coming on.
All right.
And thank you so much, Dr. Frechette. So now we are going to be talking to Audrey Ward in just a moment. Hello, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, Audrey,
Yes.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty good. Thank you for the hat.
You're welcome. Yeah.
So, how has the show been for you this semester?
Yeah, definitely the show has been a great experience for me. I've always been wanting to do something in broadcasting with other students that are in my same situation, same major, same classes even. It's so nice to have overlapping co-students in other classes with me, so it's nice to have that connection that I've built this semester, especially now that I'm a senior and I got one more semester left in the spring. I'm really glad that this webcast started when it did, because it's a great segue to go into the spring semester.
So, have you found doing the show? Have you found roles that you really like?
I might be biased, but I'm gonna say I do love being on camera. I know at first I was very nervous about it, just because I haven't had that experience before, and especially going into this field of journalism, that's what I want to be able to have my career, my job in for broadcasting as a news anchor. I want to get into that field, so having this experience right now is definitely a great segue into making that step and making that accomplishment.
Well, you've done a really good job. I remember you being so nervous the first time, but I think that, with practice, you've really developed, and really now you seem to be much more comfortable on camera.
Thank you.
So are you going to be part of the show next semester, right?
I will, yes. I will be here in the spring. Looking forward to the new chapter that we can begin in the spring.
Do you have any ideas that you would like to, roles or different things you'd like to pursue?
I think just roles, you said?
Yeah, roles or different ideas maybe you have that you would like to do?
I would like to try maybe a little bit of the social media, since we all spend time on social media. I know it's a good way to also promote this webcast for others to see. And obviously, hopefully employers too would be nice for others to see that. And maybe try a little bit of the audio. I know that can be a lot to learn as well, but I think hosting is where I'm getting slightly more comfortable with.
Well, I know that Kayla will definitely be happy that you're interested in the social media stuff, because it's definitely a lot to it.
Yes.
Is there anything that really stuck out in terms of an experience that you had this semester with the show?
I would say just being able to research, getting to know more about what's going on in the community, what would benefit students that are watching this, or other future employers that are going to be watching this, what is going on as we are students in the university, just to have them understand what's going on a little bit behind the scenes, and that's going on for the semester.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to be, well, obviously people have seen you before, but I'm so glad that you were able to do your final thoughts for the final semester.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
It was an honor.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. So now we're going to be talking to Alex shortly, in just a moment. Hello, well, welcome back to the final show for Bullcast, our final Christmas season here. You know, okay, so now here I have Alex. So Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. How about yourself?
I am doing fabulous, doing phenomenal. So, Alex, how has the semester been for you with the show?
It's been quite a bit of a learning curve, actually. I've had a lot of feedback from you and fellow set people on the cast. Sorry. I've really enjoyed working on the audio the most.
Okay.
I enjoy being able to make sure everything sounds great, so that the people watching aren't, having to turn it down a lot for loud peaking audio, or not being able to hear anybody at all, and making sure everything stays nice and crisp throughout.
Okay, so you're finding that you like to be more behind the scenes.
I do enjoy
the
behind the
production
scenes
aspect
more.
as opposed to on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. So, I know you're going to be part of the show next semester, right?
Indeed,
Yes.
yeah.
So, next semester, are there different things that you would like to focus on or experiment with? Or
I actually would like to try the role of video as well, but I also like the comfort of knowing how to do audio as well. I'm open to trying all roles, actually.
Okay, okay. Do you have any ideas for? So, what are your thoughts for your future? Do you have any future? I mean, do you want to do this as a career? Do you see this
I
as
would like to potentially do this as a career.
Okay, 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 okay. So, do you have any experiences this semester that really stuck out, that you really stuck with you?
I think it would be my first day on the podcast.
Okay, talk about that.
Mostly just not being unsure of really what to do, walking in, like a deer in the headlights, being like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And then being told you basically do what you're told, and you have to do a lot. And I'm like, whoa, bit overwhelming. And then when I finally got to audio and realized that hey, I can actually do this, it kind of stuck with me, and being able to keep going at it and learning and taking in the feedback that I get and translating it back into the show is what I enjoy the most.
Okay. Yeah, no, it definitely, I think it's just practice. It is a little overwhelming. I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of people. A lot of lights and audio, it can be pretty overwhelming. And I think that, it's important that everybody is able to find their own particular niche, their own particular thing that they like or don't like, kind of a thing. Well, you're doing very good with audio.
Thank you.
Really, really good.
I've had my moments that were a bit shaky.
Well,
but
it's
obviously it's a learning curve.
It is a learning. It's a learning. It's just learning by doing. It can be overwhelming. When I first started, I didn't know what a mixer was, and it was very overwhelming. I was actually terrified. Okay, so but I think it just takes practice. It's like anything. And just like with audio now, right? Audio is not nearly as scary as it was before.
It's not as scary at all. It's nice knowing that I know what buttons to turn on and what to adjust.
Okay. So what are you going to be doing over the holidays? Where are you going to be going
my
anywhere?
holiday plans are to head back and see family, enjoy the time I have with them, see my cats again.
Oh, your cats?
I do.
Okay.
Well, the one cat.
The one cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely excited. I miss the eggnog and hot chocolate.
Okay.
I'm ready for everything.
And where are you going to be going to?
I'm going to be going to Palm Coast.
Palm Coast. Okay.
About 3.5 hours from
3.5
St.
hours.
Petersburg.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. I mean, I'll be being part of the show, but it's so glad that everybody is
It's been a
able
pleasure.
to
Thank you.
see who see who's controlling their audio. So
Thank you.
excellent. Okay. So next, in just a few moments, we're going to be talking to Kayla, the social media manager. Hello, welcome back to the final episode of Bullcast with our final Christmas show. The last show of the semester. So I have with me Kayla. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing phenomenal. So Kayla, what do you do on the show?
Well, I am the social media manager. So what I did is I have created the YouTube channel, all the social media sites, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook. I also take photos behind the scenes, and anybody else on the crew has taken photos, I upload those as well. But yeah, that's what I do, and I also did a segment in hosting twice, so that was fun.
About crystals.
Yes, I did the crystals.
So everybody should check that out on the Bullcast YouTube channel. You can learn all about crystals. So what have you enjoyed the most about your role as social media manager?
I really have learned a lot. I enjoy being behind the scenes. I enjoy taking photos. What else? I enjoyed actually being on the show. I think when I first was interested in the show, I was not going to be on camera. And I ended up pushing myself to do that. So I'm really glad I did. I learned a lot. It's probably my favorite is being the social media manager.
Okay. So you're going to be one of the producers for next season or next semester. So what thoughts do you have about the social media manager position or for next semester?
Well, next semester, we do need to find more people to help us with social media or marketing. Also, more people on our webcast. We could always use more people, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any, I know it's pretty early because it's not next semester yet, but do you have any ideas about where you want to see the show go?
I would really like the show to kind of be similar to The Crow's Nest, to kind of keep it, going. It's like a webcast, kind of newscast almost, but not quite. But I think this show is going to be a success in years to come, and I'm really excited that we got to be a part of the first season. So.
Well, I have to admit, you've been doing a phenomenal job as social media manager because that's a lot of work.
It is
it's a lot of work.
A lot.
I don't think people realize and understand how much work goes into all of this, everybody's role, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. A lot of statistics. A lot of, when do you post? Also the content, what you're saying on the social media, there's a lot.
So actually, speaking of that, is there any advice you would have now that you have been a social media manager for a little bit? Any advice that you have for future people dealing with social media? What have you?
I would say there is a class, social media marketing class, that teaches us a lot about things of social media. So I would, just do a lot of research, ask help. If you don't know exactly what you're doing, pick a time, the best time to post on your social media platform. Just a lot of research before you go into it, because it's not easy. You think you know social media, but when you go into that position, it's like, whoa, that's a lot to learn. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely do a lot of research and ask help if you need.
Okay, and what has been your just the final question, what's your favorite platform so far?
Platform, I would say Instagram.
Instagram, okay.
Instagram.
That seems very, very popular. Okay, well, Kayla, thank you so much for talking about your role, and we are going to now talk to Jenna in a few moments. Okay, I have with me now
Jenna. Yes, Jenna Fournier.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
So, how has this semester been for you with the show?
The semester has been really great, actually. This has been an amazing opportunity, being a part of something so special, especially something new. I know you guys have been wanting to have a podcast for a while, so being a part of something in the beginning is always special. Yeah.
And what do you do on the show, actually? What is your role?
So I am an audio operator for the Bullcast, so I'm in charge of doing mic checks, monitoring audio levels, pretty much just making sure that audio is where it needs to be, and also coaching some new people on how to work audio, because we have Alex here who also works on audio. He's learning, so yeah, quite a couple roles.
So you're going to be one of the co-producers next semester.
Yep.
Are you excited about that?
I am stoked to be a part of, to be a producer for the Bullcast next semester, especially following in Autumn's footsteps. She's been an amazing producer for us this semester. So she's definitely been a huge role model for me, and just trying to fulfill that role, I think, is an amazing opportunity. I'm glad to fill it.
So where do you see the webcast Bullcast going for next semester? Do you have any thoughts about that? Initial thoughts?
Yeah, I see the Bullcast going in a lot of different directions. We have a lot of different topics we have to explore. I know we mentioned getting into clubs. Just pretty much new content is the goal.
Well, there'll definitely be a lot of work and a lot of. Actually, did you? So what have you enjoyed? Is there anything that really sticks out this semester, or with the show? Any experiences that really stick out, or memories?
Definitely. So just this podcast that we're doing today, this episode, we've come a long way. I know in the beginning, we were getting the hang of things, but everyone has worked really hard and is excelling in what they do right now. And it's just really nice to see that we're all growing and improving and being a part of something just really special.
I need to echo that. I think everyone has definitely improved so much. I think back to the first show when we were all nervous and scared, and
we were,
but now
yeah,
it's still a little nerve-wracking, but definitely the flow. Everyone's kind of getting into the rhythm of things, and I think that's so important. That's how people learn. That's the whole point.
It is, and my first time on camera, I was a little nervous, but today, I'm feeling better, and that's what it is.
Okay.
It takes time to improve your skills and gain experience.
So speaking of Christmas, you said you had some Christmas traditions that you wanted to talk about.
I did. So I actually have a couple of Christmas traditions. So the first tradition, we have this thing called the Christmas pickle. I know I'm not the only one that does this.
Do you eat this pickle?
We don't. It is actually an ornament that someone in the family hides on Christmas Eve when everyone's asleep. They hide the pickle, and in the morning, we all have to search for the pickle in the tree. So we hide it in the tree, so it's kind of a challenge because you never know, like 1 year it's at the very top, 1 year it's in the back and the bottom. So the first person to find the ornament gets to open their Christmas gift first. So
is it a mad rush to find the pickle? Is the tree ruined?
Not necessarily, but it is a challenge. And since unfortunately my brother won't be here this year for Christmas, I'll have a chance.
Okay. And the second one.
And our second tradition is going to be we have this thing called butter cakes. Have you ever heard of them before?
The cakes with butter? I don't know.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
So pretty much it's just bread dough that we fry till it's golden brown, and we put butter on top with some salt. Some people go with cinnamon sugar, give it a little sweetness, but I prefer salt myself. And yeah, it's just we have that kind of meal every morning, like on Easter or Christmas or whatever holiday it is. We typically, when you wake up and you smell butter cakes, it's going to be a good day.
Okay, well, excellent. I hope those traditions go well, and so thank you so much for coming on camera and talking about your reflections in the show. So we are now, momentarily, we are going to be talking to Autumn, the producer of Bullcast. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So, you are the producer of this show.
I am.
So, how has it been? How's it been for you?
It's been good. It's been really, really cool starting the show, honestly. We talked about this, I think, last semester, starting a show like this.
Yep.
And so the fact that I got to like intern under you and do all these things has been really awesome.
Well, what has been, so I have to say you've been doing a phenomenal job as producer. You really have been doing an excellent job as producer. Do you feel that that's a role that you really like, and do you feel that that's something you may want to do in the future?
Yeah, I do. I think that this has been a really great experience all the way around. It's been awesome teaching everybody, and it's been awesome working with you and learning how to run a studio as well. So.
Well, hopefully this is not the end, and hopefully everybody, you'll be able to come back in some role or another. Or
yeah,
something
I would
like
love
that,
to come back.
So earlier we were talking about, I think this is important, and we were talking about how there's a lot of pressure, right, to figure out what you want to do with your life and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right after college. So what do you, for example, do you have any ideas what you want to do?
No,
Okay.
I have no clue.
So, and you were saying that it's because you like to do many different things, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I have so many things that I'm interested in and that I like to do.
What are some of them?
Okay. I have a horse. I love horses. I play music. I love being on the water and being on the boat. So to try to find a job that would encompass all those things is really hard. Something that I learned from you that I love is photography. You've really helped me expand my creative horizons in that as well. And
Oh, well, you're a very good photographer.
I appreciate that.
So it is a little overwhelming sometimes,
Very.
But I think that it's important, and I think that to know that, and I think just to do things, right? To try different things, because you don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I
Until you
changed
do
my
it.
major 4 times
Right,
before I ended up
right,
here.
right.
And even having this degree, I have no idea what I want to do with it.
Right.
You work your whole life and you go to school to get your degree, and then I'm 4 days out from graduation, and now I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself.
I totally understand. I mean, I
think
graduated.
you said you were in the same position
I graduated in UC Santa Barbara, and I got in my car and I came here because that's where my father was living at the time. I came here, and he has a sailboat, and I was on the boat, and I literally almost had a panic attack because I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing.
Really?
Truly.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those this past week. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. It's very strange. I've worked really hard to get this degree and to be here and to finally find something that I'm good at in college, because I was a business major, I was an animal sciences major, I was a criminology major, and then I ended up in digital communications and journalism. So to kind of take that all the way through the woods kind of path, it was hard to find something, and I still don't know what I'm doing with it.
Well, I think that it may take some time, but eventually I do believe that, you'll find out what your niche, what you want to do, kind of a thing,
I think the most important thing is for everybody to try everything.
Exactly.
You have to try everything or you're never going to know.
Yes.
There's so many, especially at the school too, there's so many clubs and organizations that you don't want to miss out on doing one of them. Don't short yourself.
Well, I think that you've been doing a phenomenal job as producer, and I definitely could see you as a producer in some role or something like that.
It's been really great working with everybody here. It's been an adventure, definitely, getting this thing rolling and getting it started. And it was a lot of work in the beginning on our end.
Yes,
It was a lot of work.
Absolutely.
But I think that everybody has come miles and miles since this thing started. I really do.
Absolutely.
So I'm really proud of
So
everybody.
speaking of, I know that you were saying that you really wanted to reach out to people to say how they could be involved and what are some of the things and things like that. So would you like to tell the viewers how they can be involved, or?
Yeah, absolutely. You can either email Chris or even me. I'm happy to still help wherever you need me. Reach out to Kayla or Jenna as well through email. We can set up another way to reach out, maybe a little easier, social media as well. We have Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. Reach out that way, and then just kind of get in touch. It doesn't matter what campus you're from. We're happy to have everybody here. Any
Or
kind of
Dr.
background.
Frechette.
any degree. Yep, Dr. Frechette
Yep.
as well. Any background, any degree, it doesn't matter. We'd love to have everybody on here. The diversity is really important here, and we really value that. So,
Absolutely. So, okay, so that is going to be the end of the show.
Yeah.
But for this semester. But again, I just wanted to thank everybody for watching.
absolutely.
And please continue to watch because next semester is going to be
Different.
different.
I won't be here. Matt won't be here either. Shout out to Matthew.
Yes, Matthew.
Matthew as well. He's been
Matthew
phenomenal.
Lee.
He's
In
hosted
fact,
a couple times.
I am
Photography.
channeling Matthew right now
Mm-hmm.
because Matthew was probably one of the best hosts
He was. So
by far.
congratulations to him as well
So
for
congratulations
graduating.
to
We all walk on
graduating.
Saturday.
Absolutely,
So.
yes, and that's a phenomenal achievement.
And for anybody who's graduating, you can decorate your cap. I found out.
Oh,
Yep,
okay,
we can decorate caps. So,
okay. Well, that's awesome.
yeah.
So we will see everybody next semester and have a wonderful vacation
Mm-hmm.
and happy holidays.